So, I've been working on my game for 3 days now, specifically 13 hours 4 minutes and 54 seconds, and this is what it looks like right now. What? Do you expect a fully drawn tilesets and background in just 3 days? Look, I know it's not much of a progress, but let me explain. My plan for learning game development is pretty simple. First, learn the basics by watching Heartbeat's platformer tutorial. Second, try to make a game on my own without relying on tutorials. Third, if I ever get stuck, refer to Godot documentation. Fourth, if I'm still stuck, then YouTube tutorial it is. That is why sometimes it can take me hours upon hours just to make a feature work. Some may ask, why don't you just focus on the art and leave the coding to YouTube tutorials? Or maybe just copy some code from other people? And to that, my answer is yes. It might be quicker for me to do that, and instead of 3 days, I might accomplish the same thing in just a day. But trying to figure it out yourself without relying on YouTube tutorials has its own benefits. Here's an example. When you got stuck and eventually rely on tutorials, you'll go, oh, so this is how I do this. This entire time I've been doing it wrong by putting this there and that here, yada yada. Now you'll always remember it, because you learn from your mistakes. Just simply following tutorials feels more like a follow along for me. Instead of learning anything, you just copy what the person did in the video. You'll probably forget about it after 2 or 3 days. People might disagree with me, but in my opinion, this method worked best for me. And you can find what learning method worked best for you. There really is no right way to learn anything. Just do what you think is best for you. Done talking about my learning method, let's talk about what I managed to get done in 3 days. The first day mostly consists of me figuring stuff out and trying to remember what I learned from the Heartbeat tutorial. I started out by making a platform for a player to stand on, and a simple play movement by using a character body 2D node. Add a sprite and collision, voila! You got yourself a simple character movement in less than a minute. Here comes the hard part, making the character animation. I'm not very good at pixel art, and I'm still learning. It is not the best, but here it is. Yeah, I think this is a really good idle animation. We made it! We made an idle animation, everybody! It's really cute. It's just bouncing. Yeah, this works better. I only have one thing in mind for day 2. To fix this ridiculous walk cycle. But before that, let's add some spice to our character movement. First, I add a movement acceleration by adding a new variable called acceleration multiplied by delta. After that, I add a coyote jump. What's that, you may ask? Oftentimes the player will run and immediately jump after getting too close to the ledge, but most of the time, they ended up pressing the jump button a couple frames too late, and they have left the floor, which made them unable to jump. I fixed that by adding a timer with 0.1 second wait time and 1 shot turn on, and then I write this code. Restore the isOnFloor function inside wasOnFloor variable before the moveAndSlide function was called, which is a Godot built-in function. After moveAndSlide function has been called, we check if our player was on floor and not is on floor, and velocity y is more or equal to 0, which means that our player is falling, and store that information into a variable. If that condition is met, start the timer. Now, we just add if coyote time is more than 0, jumping is allowed. Simple. I also make the camera follow the player. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. After all that coding, I open up Sprite and start working on the new run and jumping animation. Here's the comparison. Yeah, I think that's better. The third day has come, and I'm still working on the jump animation. I wanted my slime to spread flat when I hit the ground, but I just couldn't get it to work. I'll just let the future me take care of that. Moving on, I quickly make a hazard detection that prints hit when you hit the spikes. And an enemy that chases you wherever you are. The enemy code is pretty simple for now. Basically, get the player position. If the player position is more than our position, direction equal 1. And if it's less than our position, then direction equal -1. Then we just multiply the direction with our speed to make the enemy move. Phew, that's a lot of things. Or maybe not. To sum things up, we made a player movement, player animation, better controls, hazard detection, and an enemy prototype. That's it. 3 days of game development. It may not be much, but progress is a progress. I will work harder and get better. Oh yeah, every part of this journey is delayed by 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to keep up with my progress, you can check out my Twitch and Twitter for more updates. You can also talk to me in my Discord server. Link in description. Thank you for watching.